Hey y'all, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good whatever part of the day it is that you are tuning in. If you are joining me for the first time, I want to say welcome to Coffee with Cortney. And if you're back for the second time, I want to say welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me for episode 2. So today's topic, guys, is deuces. Yep, that's right. Today we are talking about how to say bye, adios, sayonara, arrivederci, however you say goodbye to settling for the number 2 spot. It's a lot to unpack, y'all. So I want you to go ahead and grab your mugs and let's jump right in. Whew. So, second place, y'all. Let's be clear. Second place definitely has its place, right? In competitions and games. But how we manage to incorporate being second place in relationships is beyond me. I have no idea how we got to that place. But today we're going to talk about 3 reasons why this is unacceptable and why we should never and will never settle again for that second slot. All right. Now, most people feel like women are the only side pieces, right? However, in 2022, there's a few men out here playing second too. So this episode is not just for women. I want to say that very early on. I need my fellas, I need y'all to tune in too, because you are equally as worthy of being loved in the right way. All right. So I believe that there are a lot of reasons why and how people find themselves in this position. And believe it or not, some people are actually side pieces by choice, right? But today is a new day, and whether you're in second by choice or by force, today is a day of promotion, friend. Get ready, because we're moving up. We're moving up to our rightful place of first place. Congratulations. Congratulations on your promotion. You are no longer second. Today, we're moving out of that place of being second, and we're elevating to our rightful place of being number 1 in somebody's life, all right? So before we get into the 3 reasons why being second is unacceptable, I want to talk about a few scenarios of how people even find themselves in these ugly, what's the word? What's the word that Jada and Will use? Entanglements, right? So one of the reasons, y'all, is love. L-U-V. Love. And I spelled it wrong because it's wrong. It's wrong. Y'all, it's wrong and it's not real. It's not real. It's an imitation of what love really looks like, of what love is really supposed to be about. Baby, let me tell you something. Real love will never put you in a position of second place. Real love will never put you at second base. That's a fact. So if you've ever found yourself saying, but I love them, or well, they love me, then your idea, friend, of love is warped. It's warped. It's warped. That is not love. Love does not do that. Love is perfect. Love is patient. Love is kind. The list goes on. Love is not second. It's just not. It's not. And listen, I told y'all in the last episode that Coffee with Cortney, it is a no judgment zone. So I want to make very clear, I'm not judging you. I'm not judging you. I'm actually talking from a place of experience because I've been there too. I've been there. And the fact of the matter is the truth, it can pinch you sometimes. And a harsh reality was learning that what I was calling love, it wasn't really love. It wasn't. And so it brings me back to saying that, Coffee with Courtney, while it's a no judgment zone, it's also that place of accountability, friend. So around here, we're going to hold each other accountable because when you know better, you do better. And that is why we're all here. It's a part of the circle of life, friend. We're learning, we're living every day. And if you're trying to do this thing right, you're growing. You're growing. So we're here to step it up and to do better. Right? So if you find yourself in this episode, listen, it's okay. Don't be hard on yourself. Be honest with yourself. And let's all come up a little higher together, right? So first reason is love. Second reason that people find themselves in this place is, and this one is personal, out of fear of being alone. Now I know that feeling. I know it better than I would like to know it. You find yourself accepting less than the best just to say you're not alone, right? Having a little piece of something is better having nothing at all, right? But let me tell you something. You never have nothing as long as you got breath in your body. You know why? Because you always, always, always have yourself, right? And for those of you who are believers, you always, always, always have God, right? And even the unbelievers, you got God too. You just don't know it yet, and that's okay. But you always have God, and you always have yourself. And so the problem that a lot of us run into is that we can't see God, right? We can't see him. And we don't like ourselves. I'm in trouble now. But I said it. You settle so easy because you want something tangible, right? We can't touch God physically. So it's hard to remember that he's there. And if you're not constantly reminding yourself, you'll forget. And it's, I feel so alone. Oh, I'm lonely. No, you're not. God is there. He's there. You can't touch him. You can't see him, but he's there. And if you tap into him, then you'll be able to feel him, even though you can't see him, right? But why we not tapping into? Why we don't know? Because we're not spending time in prayer. We're not spending time in meditation. We're not taking that time to ourselves. Why? Because we scared to be alone. You just got to have somebody. You just got to be around somebody. You just got to be talking to somebody. No, take that time, sis. Take that time, bro. Go in your closet. Meditate. Pray. You will feel him even though you can't see him, right? He is always there, right? I ain't come here to preach today. I just came to stop by to throw that little nugget in for free. The other reason, you don't like yourself. Again, you're always there. As long as you got breath in your body, you are always there with yourself. But if you don't like yourself, then you don't want to be with yourself, right? So you're not enough for yourself. And therefore, you will settle for a joker, any joker who comes along and say, oh, you're so pretty. Or, oh, that six-pack is packing. No, ma'am. No, sir. No, sir. This is the importance of daily affirmations, right? If you say it to yourself, you won't get caught up in the hype of another person's compliments. And that's hard, y'all, because who don't want to be hyped out here in these streets? I do. Hype me, But what good does it do? And this is a hard lesson that I had to learn personally. What good does it do for other people to hype you up, right? Give you all these compliments and all of this stuff, and you can't even hype yourself. What good does it do? Somebody telling you you're pretty, but you go home and you look in the mirror at night and you call yourself ugly, or you think that you're ugly, or you say bad things about yourself. What good does it do? Somebody telling you they love you, whether it's real or not. Somebody telling you they love you. Oh, I love you and this and that. But you walk around every day hating who you are on the inside. What good does it do? What good does it really do? That's low vibrational, friend. And I ain't talking about the plate. That's low vibrational, right? And we need high vibrations. We need high vibrations, right? How do I get that, Cortney? Here's how. Start off with that daily affirmation and look at yourself when you say it. I told y'all last time, step one, get in the mirror, right? It sounds so simple, but it's necessary and it works. Look at yourself and say, I am worthy of real love. The more you say it, the more you're going to believe it, right? Same way you doubted yourself, same way you say those negative things or you feel negatively about yourself. Remember, eventually you started to believe it. And that's why we're here, right? It became a part of you. Same difference. Say good things, even when you don't feel like it. Even when I don't, y'all know, I'm a boss, but some days I get up and I just don't feel it. I don't feel it. But I look at myself in the mirror and I say it anyway. Cortney, you're a boss. Cortney, you deserve love. Cortney, you're beautiful. Cortney, you're smart. You got to say it to yourself. Say it to yourself, even when you don't believe it, right? Say it anyway. Because the more you say it, the more you're going to believe it, even on the days when you don't feel like it, right? Right. Next reason. We psych ourselves to believe that side piece posture is our choice. And we're there because we actually want to be there. Now this is dangerous, right? And you have psyched yourself into a very critical and damaging position, friend. Why? Because now you have convinced yourself that you're not worthy of real love. And you have accepted something that was never, ever intended for you to accept, right? So you say things like, oh, well, I want to be here. Or, oh, I choose to be with him. I choose to be with her. I don't have to be here. I want to be here. I don't have to do this. I want to do this. Let me ask you something. What is the reason? What was the reason? In my Cardi voice, what was the reason, right? And I'm here to tell you that regardless of what your excuse is or your reason is, when you really start to peel back all of the layers and you get down to the root of that thing, right? It's going to always boil back down to you feeling less than, you feeling inadequate, you feeling non-deserving for whatever reason, right? And let's put this out there. Maybe it's not even your fault. Maybe it wasn't even your fault. Maybe you're not even the person who talked down on yourself or made yourself feel less worthy, right? Maybe another person put you in that place, put you in that posture. You know, maybe it was your parents. Maybe it was your family. Maybe it was some of the people that you called your friends. Maybe it was a past lover or past relationships that made you get in that posture of feeling like, okay, maybe I don't deserve the best. Whoever and whatever. Maybe someone else stripped you of your self-worth, right? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take it back. We're going to get it back, friend. Now is the time to get it back. Right now, today, as you're listening, now is the time. This is your gentle reminder. Get it back. Get it back. Because what we're not going to do is go into another year settling for less than God's best for our life. And let me make something clear. When I say settling for less, I'm not even necessarily saying that the other person is a bad person. Because most times in a lot of situations, y'all, that's not the case. It's not the case. And they're actually good people. And in some ways, that's what keeps us dangling, right? And hanging on to hope. Oh, they're a good person. Oh, they're such a good person. Oh, they do this. Oh, they do that. They're a good person. Okay. And you can have two great people that's bad for each other. You can have two great people that's toxic for each other. You can have two great people and it's not the ideal situation, right? You can still be settling with a phenomenal person. That's a reality. That can actually happen, y'all. But today, We're not settling no more. It doesn't mean that they have to be bad. You could be settling for somebody good, right? Settling is having relations with no relationship, right? Settling is having limited access. I can only talk to you when you ain't at home. I can only text you when you ain't at home. I can only call. I can't call. Matter of fact, I can't call at all. I have to wait for you to call me. That's settling, right? Settling is saying, well, I know it could be better, but well, I know I deserve better, but oh well, I know they got somebody, but nah, we're not doing that. Anything concerning love with a but, that's out. That's settling. And we're not doing that. And again, it doesn't mean settling don't mean that you're with a monster. It doesn't. But if a person cannot give you their all, friend, they're not for you. They're not for you. Now, some folks are monsters, right? But I don't even have to go there because y'all can differentiate between the two. Y'all already know about them folks, so I'm not even going to waste time talking about the monsters because you know a monster when you with one, and that's that on that. We'll leave that there, right? So now I want to talk about why second place is bad. First we covered how we find ourselves in those positions. Now I want to talk about why it's so bad. And I want to cover one particular reason. I mean, it's bad for obvious reasons, multiple reasons. But I want to talk about one that a lot of people don't acknowledge and a lot of people don't really cover. Now, y'all put your seatbelt on because you might get a little mad at me about this, but somebody got to say it, right? When you put yourself in a position of second place and you're engaging with somebody who is in a relationship already or who's in a marriage already, you are diminishing the role of first place. Now, y'all gonna get mad at me because this one ain't about you. This is about the other person. So don't get mad. Just hear me out. It is not about you. You are not the winner in this situation. You're not in first place. You're in second place. And for you to put yourself in a position to make yourself the winner when you're not, friend, it make you look real delusional and real desperate. I said it. I'm going to say it again. When you put yourself in a position to make yourself the grand prize winner in a situation where you're not, what do you mean? You're not the one he posting, sis. You're not the one that she tweeting about, bro. She tweeting about somebody else. When he go out on date night, sis, he posting somebody else to their Instagram account. The Facebook viewers, all the friends, they see another woman. They don't see your face. That's what I mean by when I say the grand prize winner. Baby, you're not the one on display. You're not the one with the pretty gold shining medal. It's not you. It's not you. It's somebody else. It's somebody else that the world sees, right? And when you put yourself in that position to make yourself the winner when you know you're not, it makes you look real delusional and desperate. I'm so sorry. I'm saying this with the utmost respect. And again, let's be very clear. I'm not saying nothing to y'all that I haven't already said to myself. I'm not saying nothing to y'all that I haven't already been through myself, right? So I say it respectfully. But I want you to understand, you were not his or her first choice. You were not first choice for a reason, whatever the reason may be. But you weren't first choice for a reason. But watch this. Watch this. Listen carefully. Here's the part that's going to make you feel better about the situation. You still deserve to be someone's first choice. You deserve that. You deserve that. You deserve all the love. You deserve full access, not limited access. You deserve to be shown off to the world. You don't deserve to be hidden in a closet, Ducking when you in public because you can't see nobody because somebody going to run back and tell his wife. Ducking when you in public because somebody going to go back and call his girlfriend or call her boyfriend or her husband. You deserve full access, not limited access, right? Whatever you're doing and whatever you find, however you find yourself in second place, baby, that's not your prize. It's not your prize. Let it go. Let it go. It's not your prize. And anybody who allows you to play the role of second, baby, that's not your prize. He's not your prize. She is not your prize. They're not. That's for free. And honestly, let's even go so far as to say anybody who puts their significant other in a position to have to fight with a runner-up, baby, that ain't no prize either. But that's a topic for another time. Today we talk about second place participants right now. First place, we'll talk to y'all in another episode. We'll talk to y'all in another episode. But now is the time. You are not the winner. Not in that situation. You're not the winner. And so put yourself in the shoes of a wife. Put yourself in the shoes of a husband. Take yourself out of second place for 1 second. Take yourself out of second place and sit yourself inside of the shoes of the first. And imagine you having to compete with the runner-up in a situation. Imagine that. Like literally take 30 seconds and just say, what if it was me? What if I was the winner, right? What if I know I won? I got my prize. My prize is my wife. My prize is my husband. I got the prize. But my husband or my wife or my significant other, they giving attention, they giving love and affection to the runner-up. I know I won. I know I won the race. I know I won the game. But why is everybody, why is she rooting for the second place? How would that make you feel? How would that make you feel as a person? How would that make you feel as a significant other? How would it make you feel? So again, when you put yourself in the place of a winner, you're taking away from that person. You are taking away from that person. And as a woman, I can't talk from a man's perspective because I'm not a man. But as a woman who has been in that position, who's played second, when I knew for a fact that he had a family at home, that made me, I had to wake up and say, hold on. This man has a whole family at home. Me allowing even conversation, even allowing myself to get engulfed in conversation with a man who's got a family at home. And for the record, he was not married or anything, but still, nevertheless, he called someone significant other. He broadcasted somebody else to the world, right? And so to even give somebody like that the time of day, as a woman, as a Black woman, as a sister, I was taken away from another one of my sisters. I don't know her. You know what I'm saying? Never met her a day in my life. But that's taken away from her as a person. I'm chipping away at her self-esteem. I'm chipping away at her self-worth. I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to be a part of that. And so that's why I say sometimes we have to realize it's not always about you. It's not always about you. How are your actions hurting somebody else who you might not even know when you do that? When you put yourself in that place, sis, you're breaking off of another woman's character, self-esteem, self-worth. And so while you over here feeling horrible about yourself, which is how you got in the position anyway, you are now contributing to hurting somebody else. It's no good. It is no good. And we got to stop. We got to stop, right? So finally, I want to cover why second place is unacceptable. We can't accept it, y'all. We can't accept it. And these are three very simple, but they're life changing reasons, right? Very simple. One, you were not created to receive secondary love. You were not created for second place. Everybody know the scripture. For those of you who are spiritual people, for God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son. Whosoever believe in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. God gave the ultimate sacrifice. The ultimate sacrifice. God loved you and me and everybody so much that he gave the ultimate sacrifice. That's love, y'all. So do you really think Jesus hung and died and suffered on a cross for you to come back 2,000 years later and settle for being somebody's side piece? Jesus did not die on the cross for that. He didn't die for that. That was unconditional. That was unconditional sacrificial love. That is the number one exemplary example of what love is, what love looks like. He died. He died so that we could live. He died so that we could have life, and not only have life, but have it more abundantly. So do you really think being second place to somebody, being second place in a relationship, settling for somebody's sloppy seconds, do you really think that's life more abundantly? No, ma'am. No, sir. That's not abundant living. That's not abundant living. You were not created to receive secondary love. You were created to receive unconditional love. You were created to receive sacrificial love. You were created to receive love overflowing. Not somebody, oh, I can only see you on the weekends. I can only come by after 10 o'clock at night. That's when I can get out the house. I can't even call and, I can't call and check on you. I can't see how your day was, but, I'll text you. We got a text relationship. That's not what you were created to receive. That's number one. Number two, settling is harmfully influencing. It is harmfully influencing. You may have kids. And the fact that you are settling for something that less than you deserve, guess what? I don't care what's coming out of your mouth. I don't care what you're telling your children. Your actions, you are showing them that it's okay. It's okay to be somebody's second. It's okay to settle. It's all right. What are we doing? What are we teaching our kids? You might say, well, Cortney, I don't have kids. Yeah, me neither. But I got a lot of little nieces. I got a lot of little nephews. I got a lot of little ones that look up to me. I got a goddaughter who I raised as my own. So I may as well consider her a kid. Like, what are we doing? Settling is harmfully influencing. You are influencing younger people. You are telling them, oh, it's all right. It's okay to do it. And some people, the older people used to say, I used to hear sometimes, well, do as I say and not as I do. That's stupid. That is stupid. That is stupid, y'all. It's dumb. Let's stop saying that. Let's stop saying that. No, let's be the example. Let's be the example. If we're able to be the example, let's be the example. Let's come up a little higher. Get off that low vibrational plate. Get you a high vibrational plate, right? Let's be the example. We cannot settle. Why? Because we got people looking at us. We got people looking to us. Does that mean you're going to be perfect? No, absolutely not. There is no perfect person on the planet. You will not be perfect. by a long shot. But some things we can't afford to get stuck in. And being in said we can't afford to get stuck in second place, right? Last thing. Second place is self-sabotaging. It's self-sabotaging. The longer you stick around, the longer you settle for that second spot, the more harm you're bringing on us. You already don't like you. You already didn't like yourself. You already feel less deserving. But the longer you stick around, the deeper that hole is going to get, and the harder it's going to be to get out of it. Is it impossible to get out? No, no. All things are possible. All things are possible with God. You can still get out. But the longer you stick around, the harder it's going to be to get out. And that's a fact. That's just life. The longer you stick around and linger with something, it becomes a habit. And habits, as we know, they're very, very hard to break. It's self sabotaging. You chipping away at your own self worth. You're chipping away at the great things that you deserve. And before long, you find yourself out in the middle of an ocean. You still by yourself. You still alone. You want it so bad not to be alone. I can't be alone. I just gotta have somebody. I gotta have something. But you're still alone. You're still alone. So you find yourself out in the middle of deep waters by yourself, and you asking yourself, how in the world did I get here? How did I get here? You got there because you settled. You got there because you allowed yourself to sit in a position that wasn't designed for you, right? Second place is damaging, it's self sabotaging. And you owe it to yourself to come up a little higher. You owe it to yourself to get to know yourself and learn how to be by yourself so that you won't find yourself in those positions where you having to play second to somebody else. You owe it to yourself to learn how to love yourself. Because again, when we love ourselves, our standards, it comes up a little bit. We raise our standards. When you love yourself, the expectation of relationships, and not even relationships, but even friendships, your expectations come up. It comes up when you learn to love yourself. If I don't love myself, I'll accept anything. When I didn't love myself, now I'm talking personal. When I didn't love myself, I accepted a lot of stuff that I should not have accepted. But baby, when you learn how to love yourself, and I'm still learning, I'm not completely there. Let's be clear, but I'm learning, and I'm not in the same place I was last year. I'm not in the same place I was 2 years ago. And because I'm learning how to love myself, I don't just accept anything from anybody. I'm not self sabotaging anymore. I'm saying those daily affirmations. Courtney, you're smart. Courtney, you're worthy of love. Real love, not that imitation stuff, not that second place stuff. Courtney, it's going to happen for you. I'm learning patience. That's another thing. Sometimes we don't want to wait for the right one, so we settle for the wrong one. Wait. Just wait. I'd rather wait on something great than settle for something trash that I don't deserve, right? And that's just that on that, y'all. But I hope that, as you're listening, I hope you hear something that sits with you. And if you mad, I'm sorry. Again, not to make you mad, but y'all, we gotta help each other. We gotta love on one another, and we gotta hold each other accountable. We just gotta learn and grow, right? So that's what it's about. It's about growth. It's not about coming down on you. It's not about coming down on you at all. I don't want to do that. I just want everybody to love themselves. We hear love one another, and we should. We absolutely should. We have to. But a part of love is loving yourself too, right? You got to learn to love yourself first, because if you don't love yourself, it's really hard to love other people in the right way. So self-love is first, right? But y'all, I got an impromptu guest today who's working with me, and shout out to my boy Dorian. I want to thank him so much for joining us. I'm pretty sure he's heard everything said thus far. And so I'm bringing him in because I want to hear a man's perspective on being in second place, right? So he is walking in with me right now. And Dorian, the floor is yours. Like it's yours. There's only two rules in the booth, man. We keep it clean in here, but we keep it real, you know? So it's on you. The floor is yours. Just tell the people a little about yourself, and then we're gonna hop right back into the topic of talking about second from a man's perspective. So it's on you.
Beautiful. Well, I am honored to be an impromptu guest with you, Court, with your bedazzled MacBook on.
Yes.
Because you're really real stuntastic right now. My name is Dorian. I am a studio manager, producer, musician, creative, and we talking about side chicks, right?
Yeah, side chicks. Listen,
side chicks, side pieces.
Dudes and side pieces out here too. So it's
true.
all around these days.
Very true. Very true. So, have I been a side piece? I haven't been a side piece, but I have met side pieces.
Okay.
I know I didn't experience it, but I get to see how it's kind of like it's not the best situation because you're not getting what you really want. And I think really like a side chick or a side piece or whatever, I think everybody's kind of just lying to themselves.
Facts.
For the most part. Because, like, if you got a side chick, she clearly got something you like that your main don't have. You know what I'm saying? Or you just trying to have your cake and eat it too, you know?
Basically.
That's pretty much what it is to me. But I kind of feel like honesty just supersedes all that, and it just negates a lot of things. Like, if you were honest with yourself, like I got the side chick because she thicker. She thicker than my main chick, you know what I'm saying? Or my side chick can cook better than my main chick, but my main chick got a good job and I ain't got to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so you make a really good point.
Yeah.
And this is something I always wanted to ask a guy, right?
Okay, for sure.
So and maybe it boils down to the having your cake and eat it too, but it's like, why not just work with what you have? You know, like if so you said the side chick is thicker, right?
Yeah.
Why not work out with your wife? You know what I'm saying? Or why not work with what you already got at home? What's the need in going out bringing a third party into the equation when you can just work with what you got? Like, why do guys do that?
Well, I'll say this. You know that saying, you eat with your eyes and not your stomach? It's pretty much that. It's like like I see Shawty over there though. You know what I'm saying? It's like she already got it together, so I'm gonna just go in there and mosey my way over through there. You know what I'm saying? Do my little wham bam, thank you ma'am, and then I see with the program. But it's like I said, I really think it's just honesty, because like I feel like for me personally, if I'm with someone and there's something that I feel like that can be improved, I don't want to say lack. Lack got a real negative connotation. If it's something I feel like can be improved, I gotta be honest with myself. I have to let her know, like, hey, I'm feeling this way about this, or your hair ain't looking right. You looking real bald right now. What's going on?
Real bald right
or
now.
Like, or you're not moisturizing like you used to when we first met.
Skin is
like,
dry.
That's what I'm saying. You're looking real crusty, and you my girl, but I still want you to look a certain way, feel a certain way. Because if I'm doing it and you not doing it, it's like, okay, now you're getting a little comfortable.
Right.
So now if you're getting comfortable, people may get fed up with that. They be like, oh. It's kind of like a thing where you operate on assumptions. Okay. Like if I've been with you for so long, or we got a certain connection, or we done made it past the talking and the dating phase, and now we here. It's like operate.
Like I got you now, so I don't gotta. I can put the bonnet on at night, or I can.
The throw it back hat is for throwing it back at night. Don't wear that mug out in public. Getting your little scratch offs, getting your backwoods. Don't do it in public. Just wear it in the crib. You know what I'm saying?
The crib, ladies. Y'all heard it from a man himself.
Like it's a time and place for everything. It's a time and place for everything.
Agreed.
But I think it's really just honesty. That's the best way to put it, because you can put yourself in a situation where. Yeah, I've been with Shawty for so long. We was high school sweethearts. She met my mama, I met her mama. We've been to a few weddings, babies being born in the family, we getting closer and stuff. But there's still a part of you that yearns for something else. True. Or yearns for something that she's not presenting right now.
Okay, well then the next question then would be, though, because you talk about honesty, and I 1,000% agree with you. Like, let's just be honest. But I think so many people are dishonest. And I will say, I'm going to go out on a limb for the fellas and say that sometimes I really do feel like maybe guys are not as honest because they don't want to hurt feelings.
True. I think so.
I think that's a fair statement to say.
I've been in that place before where
you don't want to hurt their feelings.
You
so
don't
it's
just
like,
feelings.
I'm just gonna keep doing it, but then I'm gonna go over here and do this on the side. Not saying you did that, but I just feel like a lot of men, to spare feelings, they just let them do whatever, but then they're out doing what they want to do. Which brings me to the question of, why not just leave?
That's my MO. If she not serving you or hitting a certain mark within you emotionally, physically, mentally, just step away, because now I feel like you're putting yourself in a position where you're always going to be frustrated. You're going to always feel inclined to have a side piece because whatever's happening at home ain't, stimulating you, or it's not, intriguing you. She's not interesting to you.
Right. And so it's just like, why not just say, it's not working for me anymore?
I think they don't want to hurt feelings. I think it's a thing of, because I feel like, especially as black men, there's a thing where it's about committing to something. Like committing to something to get it out the trenches, get it out the mud, take something from rags to riches. Not saying her, but like in a lot of things. So I think there's a commitment thing where it's like, nah, what's this? She didn't been here for so long. I was down here. I was down bad, and she got my back, and she helped me out.
Yeah.
So it kind of feels like you're kind of obligated. You're obligated.
So we moving out of obligation.
I think that happens.
It makes sense.
But then you going to the hookah lounge, getting your turkey neck flavored hookah. You see shawty walk through the building, and you like, hold on, who that is?
Hold on.
Who that is with that sundress swinging like that?
Not
you know
the
what I'm
sundress.
Saying? You know what I'm saying? But now, because it's like, okay, you're not even thinking about that happening where you at. You got to seek it out. And I feel like if you put yourself in a position to seek things out, you will. But it may be under false intentions. Because you do have someone at home that probably, bro, nigga, let's get to the gym then, nigga. Come on. Like, right. I'm trying to do this.
Right.
But I don't know. I think guys like to have their cake and eat it too. Niggas like to be perfect, and that's not true. That's not real. That's not reality. Everybody's going to have their flaws, their things that they can improve on, things you like, things you don't like. It's just a matter of really being honest with yourself and knowing, like, you know what? I really just feel obligated to you because you got me through a hard time, or you was there with me when somebody close to me passed, and when I lost my job, you held me down, and I like having these kids with you.
You make a very interesting point, and I want to stop you right there and go right back to what I was saying earlier. Mm-hmm. You said that a lot of people men stay out of obligation. Mm-hmm. That ain't love, though.
It's not.
That's not love, though. You know what I'm saying? So it all goes back to, finding yourself in a position where you're playing second to somebody, and whether it's a man, I'm not just coming down on men, because like I said, men are side pieces nowadays.
Oh, for
too.
Sure.
So it's not just, I'm not coming down on you guys, but it all goes back to, for whatever reason that they're staying with their main pick, mm-hmm. It's just not love.
They feel like that's the best they can get right now. I think it's complacency too. They're just like, well, this is the most I can get out of this. Well, shoot, everybody trying to find somebody that's loyal and faithful. Well, I got that.
Right.
She ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
But
that's so
I got wandering eyes though. I be peeping the scene wherever I go out somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you feel obligated to the person based on commitment, time spent, memories, and secrets shared. But where's that obligation to yourself to really just be honest? Like, well, you know what, bro? I thought you was fine the first 2 years, but now you done fell off.
You don't feel like you wear your bonnet to go get your scratch offs.
Yeah, it's like I can't
do that.
Like, you cool, you solid, you can cook, cool, whatever. But there's a certain thing that I'm looking for that you're not giving me. Now, I think it is up to a man if they're in a relationship to, like, hey, let's talk about it. Let's just be honest. Put it on Front Street. Because I know that's probably some shit you hate that I do.
Right.
Probably hate that I leave the seat up.
Right.
Probably hate that I always have a do-rag on. You know what I'm saying? Probably hate that I roll an afternoon blunt. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things you may not like.
Right.
So let's put it on Front Street. Because I feel like if you're being honest you have to be honest with yourself first. And the first thing is that painful thing, like, well, my feelings have waned. Mm-hmm. The first time we met was beautiful. It was great. But now, as I've gotten older, my mindset has changed. My emotions have changed. The people around me have changed. And with that, I'm changing. So everything, all these factors and variables in my environment are changing. I'm for sure going to change. But that change within me may not include you. And that's a harsh truth.
It's harsh.
It's harsh.
But it's the truth nonetheless.
Because y'all gonna be like, nigga, I was there when you ain't had no car. I was taking cool. I was taking Marta, nigga. You ain't do all this da da da. But it's like, I feel you.
Yeah.
But I can't keep it more 100 than what it is now.
Well, I want you to know, and even though, I want men to know from a woman's perspective. You're right. We probably will say all of that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I believe it's safe to say and speak on behalf of women, we would rather the honesty.
Yes.
We would rather the honesty in the long run.
Y'all gonna text us 10 paragraphs saying we ain't.
Now listen, I'm gonna text you that novel.
Yeah.
You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it.
You're gonna text me 10 pages of paragraphs. Got my data plan going up because I'm roaming now. I got extra charges on my plan.
It's gonna be a book.
It's gonna be a whole anthology.
I'm gonna sit there and write. I'm gonna write that novel.
Day one, I knew you wasn't none because I saw you had a hole in your sock, a little dirty.
You know what I'm saying?
You gonna say all that.
I saw it. I saw the signs when I was washing your clothes.
You gonna say that, and I get it because that's an emotional moment. It's like, bro, I didn't put all this time and energy into you, and you just wasn't.
We come from a place of hurt, but
for sure.
In the long run, I would rather you hurt me up front.
Yeah,
let me hurt up front. Than to have me out here looking stupid.
Yeah. I'm not out here. I'm not part of a committee of folks having folks look stupid.
Yeah, and now I'm switching gears because the whole episode has really been about the side piece, but now I'm talking in perspective of the person, the significant other. Hurt me up front.
Right.
Tell me, hey, you're no longer serving me. I'm gonna write you that paragraph. I'll probably even knock on your door a couple of times because that's just how I'm. I could be
break the windows like Jasmine Sullivan say. Break into the crib, slash my tires.
Listen,
I know what happened to toxic folks.
I might bleach a couple of your outfits.
Oh, don't do that.
You know what I'm saying? I probably throw a couple of pairs of J's over the balcony.
I done worked hard for the Nike Tech. And you gonna bleach it?
I'm probably
that's
gonna.
That's the pain speaking. Cool.
Yeah, no,
cool.
I'm probably gonna throw some stuff out over the balcony.
I get that.
But hurt me up front.
Right.
Let's face this head on. Let's deal with the hurt up front. So at the end of the day, I'll be able to say, yeah, he wasn't nothing, or he hurt me, but he hurt me up front. He didn't have me out here looking like an idiot, and he got a whole nother situation,
family and all that kind of stuff
going on over here, and I'm sitting here looking like a fool.
Right. Respect is what's gonna keep y'all solid forever.
Because one thing I can say is, if you hurt me up front, and I've had situations where people hurt me up front. And I went through my deal or whatever, and I channeled through, but at the end of the day, we're friends now.
Right.
Because I respect the fact that you had enough respect for me to say, no, I can't do that.
Right.
No, I can't commit to you.
Right.
No, I don't want a relationship with you. No, I'm not. No, you're no longer serving me, Cortney. So I gotta move on. Was I upset? Highly.
Yeah.
But I respect it at the end of the day.
Because you can't do nothing about the truth.
You can't do nothing about the truth.
It's just what it is. You got to accept it. And if you don't accept it, now you the one that's tweaking out. You delusional now.
Exactly.
Trying to make something that's what it's not because he clearly told you or she clearly told you what it was.
Exactly.
And I've learned, too, just getting older in certain situations I had before, like, it'll be women I'll date, mess around with, but I would paint these pretty pictures when they don't need that.
Right.
And no one needs that because they don't serve me either because now I got, this girl keep texting me. I got to text her back now because I did take her out last week, but I really want to push her over here.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, I'm on FaceTime with her. I'm texting you. We going to the movies here. I'm taking you out to the cafe here.
It's too much.
It's too much. When you would just be like, look, I think you fine as hell. What can we do with just that?
What can we do?
With just that.
Right there.
And if you cool, let's get down. If you're not, I totally understand. I'm going to go find somebody that fits what I want right now.
Exactly.
But you can't paint this pretty picture like you can make them feel good emotionally, make them feel safe, make them feel comfortable when you know deep down that doesn't move you.
Right.
It doesn't move you. You're really just trying to like save face. But it ain't worth saving face.
It's not worth saving face.
You're going to be stressed out, bro. Trust me. I done been stressed out texting several shorties at once. I'm like, bro, what is this?
What is this? What am I doing?
I feel like a telemarketer. You seen Wolf of Wall Street when they be in the room just throwing papers and what the hell going on? The stock market crash. That's how I feel on the inside. It's like, bro, I'm texting 9 of y'all at once. I'm definitely confusing y'all's names. Like, I'm supposed to be here, but I said I was going to do this here, so now I got to flip my whole schedule around.
Like, but
it gets hectic.
It's so hectic. And, I think that as women, because like I said, nowadays, like, women up on game now. They doing what
the women moving like straight do. G's, bro. You know they like
we doing what y'all do now. So and I don't think it's good because first things first, like, you know, 2 wrongs don't make a right. That's just common practice, you know.
Right.
But the women out here playing these men these days. So from that standpoint and seeing the man as being the side piece, like, what would you say to a man who finds himself like in that position of second place? Like, how does that speak to how he feels about himself as a man? Or do you think it's more so like men just don't care? Like, what do you think?
It's both ways, because some dudes like, bro, she bad. I don't want nothing serious from her. What she got going on ain't my business. She come rocking with me when she wants. So I get what I want out of it.
Right.
Whether it's we have relations, we hang out, a little companionship every now and then. Buddy may be cool with that because it's like I ain't gotta deal with her all. It's kind of like I don't have kids, but I got a niece and a nephew, and I could drop them off when I'm done with them. Yeah. It's like that.
I can come and go.
It's like that. But then to the guys who are kind of down and out about it, it's like you looking for something in the wrong place. Because she done made it very clear. Like, dudes be lying, but women make it clear. Women make it clear, like, bruh, if I'm only hitting you up at midnight, you know what I want.
I'm going to keep it real. We be lying and make it clear.
Yeah.
We can do both. We're very skilled.
Y'all like the damn Joker, bro.
We're very skilled people.
Yes.
We could be looking you right in your face.
Gift of gab, a thou wow with these women, bruh. A thou wow. Really, that's just how it goes. So I think for the guys who are down and out, they really need to be honest with themselves. Like, what is it about this person that makes me want to be just on Thursday night? You know what I'm saying? Like, when the kid got the PTA meeting with the dad, that's when she come hang out with me. Like, what is it? Does she look good? Is she funny? Is she smart? Is she interesting?
What is it?
Is she foreign, like some dumb niggas be saying? Like, bro, she got to be excited. Like, whatever it is, you need to understand what it is that makes you want to stay there.
Right.
Because I feel like time will just unravel, and then you'll start to unravel internally to be like, damn, like, it's only just once a week I get to hang out with her.
It's only once a week.
It's like she got you on punishment.
Right.
You know
and I mean, like, I want to also say to the men, like, stop doing that. Y'all deserve more, too. You know,
sure.
I'm trying so hard to keep it equal. I think we see more women that play the role than men. But, you know, men, y'all don't have to settle for that either. Like, bro, you deserve more than that Thursday night.
For sure, you do. But if you only want the Thursday night, like, I done work 12 hours a day, and I'm finna go and crack this and get on back to the crib. That's cool. You got to be honest with yourself, honest with the situation, honest with the person you dealing with.
So it all boils back down to honesty.
You
being honest with yourself.
You got to, because you'll put yourself in a position that's really damaging to you because you feel like that's all you deserve.
Right, and where I was going with that when you were talking about the ones who choose or who like it because they're like, I got my own stuff going on and I don't want to be committed, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm seeing increasingly that more women are taking on that position.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of scary to me because it's like you've psyched yourself out to be like, operate like a dude. You know,
yeah.
I think that there's some things in a woman that's in a woman for a reason. And there's something as a man, I'm going to just be real clear here and no disrespect, but y'all some dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all doggish.
Right.
May not be the best word, but y'all are rough. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can get away with things that sometimes women cannot. For example, y'all sleep around, it's your dad dapping you up. Like, oh, he got the girl. We sleep around. We some hoes.
Yeah, y'all hoes, y'all dirty. And
you
all
know
that
what I'm
stuff.
saying?
But see, now, go back to the honesty thing. If you just keep it player off rip what it is, I don't, see, it's kind of like if you do things in the dark, it's going to come to the light. If you move sneaky about it, that's where the ulterior motives come in. Now, there's a difference between being sneaky and being private. Because don't nobody need to know who I'm dealing with.
Very private.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
a very private
But
person.
whoever is trying to get into that space, I'll keep it about like, hey, I am figuring out what I'm trying to do dating-wise. I am seeing other people. This ain't nothing serious yet. It could be, but I don't know. I just met you, blah, blah, blah. But if you got to go behind people's back or you got to do it in the shadows, it gives off a sneaky feeling. Like there's ulterior motives behind it.
Right.
Like if you're moving sneaky, is it because you're dealing with married folks? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Are you dealing with people you shouldn't have no business with?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's different ways to go about it. It's like I've met women who are like, look, I'm not looking for nothing serious at all.
Mm-hmm.
I just think you cute. Cool. let's go and get a Chipotle. You know what I'm saying? Let's go and get some. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's do it. But you just have to understand, like, you just got to stand 10 on what you're doing. I think people who try to have one foot in, one foot out, that's when they get caught in limbo. Because you want to be a player, you want to have a roster, whether it's men or women, but you developing feelings for one person, and they treating you right. And you think, well, this is something I do like, but I like all this attention I'm getting from over here.
Right.
So you just got to be clear, like, hey, look, I'd rather have folks calling my name versus it just being you. Mainly because it's feeding my ego, it's feeding my self-esteem, something like that. You just gotta know where you are.
What's the excuse though for somebody who's not lacking at home? Is it an ego thing with men? Like just to know somebody else, like the people are,
everybody got an ego.
You.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's kind of like the thing, like you'll go somewhere to see if you still got it type thing.
Okay. Is that a man thing though? Because I think
it's a human thing.
I think about myself as a woman, and I'm like, if I'm getting what I need at home, like I'm flattered if I get it on the outside, but I don't, like, it doesn't make me want to go and pursue anything, if that makes sense. So I'm just wondering from the man's point, like,
but girls do that. Women do that all the time, though. They know they got a man at home, but they want to let this goofy dude gonna buy them a few drinks and be all in their grill.
I don't, though.
Not you. I'm just saying, but women do this. I'm sure there's a lot of women gonna listen to this and be like, yeah, he right. Y'all gonna go to the hookah lounge. Y'all gonna let a dude buy y'all hookah, buy y'all drink, just, catch a very minor, insignificant conversation to see if he like, oh, man, he's sweating me. It's cool. I'm finna go to my man's house, bye, and then go back home. Because you want to feel good. You want to feel confident. You want to feel like, oh, I still got it. I'm still feeling good, like physically, or I'm still attractive to people, Because when you get in a relationship with somebody, there are moments where it get dull.
It does
get
dull.
Boring.
Yes.
It's like, okay, you've been eating baked beans for 3 days straight. Get your ass outside and do something else. You know what I'm saying? Go get a Caesar salad or something. Like, come on now. Like, you can have those moments where you kind of just like, look at this motherfucker right here. Like, you ain't shit, But then that goes to the relationship. It's like, okay, look, are we being honest? Because I can be like, look, last few times we went out, you've been looking busted. But you mine, though, so I'm going to hold you down.
Bro, I'm going to stick beside you.
You was looking raggedy as hell.
You mine. I'm going to stick beside you, though.
And, we still make something happen at the crib. We cool. Yeah. But when we out, you wasn't looking too hot. And vice versa. She needs the same thing. Like, hey, look, your fit's been whack lately, bro.
The shoes
throw them old ass ones away. Like, let's get some new ones. They only $100. Let's get some. Let's spruce it up a bit. I'm still here because it's kind of like a thing where you do get comfortable in the sense of, well, I ain't got to do nothing else. They here. But that ain't the case though, because people are always evolving. They always not always want, but the brain is so powerful. You're always going to find different things that attract you, that, pique your interest, whether it's a movie, a book, or anybody. So if it's somebody that catch your eye, you can be locked down with somebody for 20 years, but like, I ain't never seen nobody look like that before. Hold on, who that is? You know what I'm saying? Like, you just got to be honest, because we're human. I think people take away from the fact that we all have emotions.
Yes, we do.
That we all have thoughts and feelings.
That's
people
fair.
Take that away as kind of like, okay, you're trying to shut off the fact that I'm a human. Just because you here, I love you down, but I don't think Beyonce looking fine as hell in this video. That ain't stopping that.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? I think another thing too, people try to control what's really out of their control.
That's good.
I think people try to control that. Like, I seen certain women, they be like, somebody wouldn't be having email on the leash, bro. Like,
that's
true. You can't go out nowhere past this time without me. You can't do this without me. It's like, okay, you're not gonna let that man be a man and just see if somebody look good and use his eyes and ears and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Now with that, like, I'm not for putting nobody on a leash, because one thing I have learned in 35 years, they're gonna do what they want to do. They're gonna do what they. So my thing is just, let them go. And what Tony Brett said, love should have brought you home. You know what I'm saying? If I feel like if you love me, then I don't have to worry about you looking at nobody else. I don't have to worry about you. I mean, you might look. You know what I'm saying? I never had a problem with look. I'm a look.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I never had a problem with looking. I think it's when you take that extra step to actually open up something with somebody. When you know you have somebody already, it's like, I just feel like that's so just unnecessary,
Well, that goes back to what you brought up earlier. Well, kind of a hybrid of what we've been saying. Is it love or is it obligation?
Facts. Is it love or is it whatever? Is it... And so it just all boils back down to, like, I feel like if you really love a person, like, I'm talking about just, like, really love a person, then you gotta be honest.
Yeah, you have to.
Because I love you. You know what I'm saying? So, and if I love you, then even if it hurts you, what I'm going to tell you, or me walking away, or whatever the case may be, like, it's the truth, and we can't do nothing with the truth. But like you said, you just gotta accept it.
Face up.
You know what I'm saying?
The truth really does hurt.
So my ultimate point is, and it still ties all the way back into the real kind of love. I feel like we're all deserving of it. Like,
yeah, for sure.
The real kind of
That's
love.
That's why we're here.
The love that says, hey, you don't serve me anymore. I love you. But I'm done. I'm looking for something else, you know.
I think it's I love myself. I love myself enough to tell you that this love has expired.
It's full circle. Like, it really is full circle. Self-love and loving other people. Like, I feel like you can't properly love another person until you really sit with yourself and learn to love yourself. Like, it's so much, it's just the imitation of love these days. It's really like, sometimes it literally makes me nauseous because
it's sickening.
People are calling something love that is so far from what love really is. It's crazy. And you just be like, you falling for that?
Like, people are really materialistic, especially now.
Man.
Like, the love come with a Birkin. Are you crazy? That's more than a damn mortgage.
That's more than a mortgage. Buy me a house. You know what I'm saying?
And if I buy this Birkin, who knows if I'm really gonna hit or not? You may get the Birkin and just dip. So I just spent $5,000 for free. And I'm still taking you out to the movies and dinners. Like, I'm in the red around with you.
In the red.
Like,
negative.
I can't do that. I can't do that. I think people look for things in the wrong places because it goes back to the self-worth and self-love thing. They don't know what it is. They've only been shown that love is when somebody buy you, take you to SDK on a first date and put you in a Rolls Royce. Like, that's not
so
it.
Shallow.
That takes the place of you actually connecting with someone.
But going back to the whole love being materialistic, love is not materialistic. Nah. So therefore, that ain't love.
No. I
don't want no Birkin bag. You know what I'm saying?
Love is just giving. Love is like, hey, bro, you need my car, take it. Bye.
Love is
you know
the simple things.
Yeah.
Love is, did you eat today?
How are you?
How are you feeling?
What's going on in your mind right now?
Right. I tell you about a bad day and you say, well, how did that make you feel?
Yeah. Or you on my side. Yeah, they ain't. Don't
you know
like do something.
Love is just caring. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like we are like so far from, and that's not to say that real love ain't out there. I believe that there are a lot of couples that, you know, they found it. You know, they're in it. They're happy, and I'm so happy for people like that who were able to find their person. You know,
for sure.
And thrive and live and have that family. Like, it's a beautiful thing.
For sure.
When you find it, when you're with the right person. But what, you know, wrapping this up, and what I want to say to people who find themselves in second place, you're never going to find it if you in second position. Like, you got to put yourself in a position to be able to get to what is for you. You know what I'm saying? How you ever going to find, you sitting there settling, thinking that this dude, you sit here being a side piece thinking this dude is the one for you or this woman is the one for you, and you're basically robbing yourself of finding what's really for you. Because they didn't choose you.
Nah, you just kind of, it's funny because, like, the choosing is kind of like, you just kind of fall in place. Like, oh, she gonna be with my program, bro. That's nothing. She just gonna be over there.
She just about to be over there.
Cause she think I'm cool. She like what I do. She like the people I'm around or whatever. I can just have my way.
And I'll throw a couple of dollars every now and again.
Yeah, just to keep her put.
I'm gonna give you just enough to keep you on that.
And you ain't gotta question it.
Yeah.
You know I'm still involved somehow.
You know I'm still involved in some capacity.
Oh, we hang out in 2 weeks. Oh, but he just paid my phone bill.
Settling.
Like, damn.
Settling.
Hey, y'all be going out kind of crazy. No cap. Just from a man's point of view, y'all be going out kind of crazy.
Please tell them, because they need to hear it from a man. Settling.
It comes off like you don't have initiative or purpose in a way, because it's like you feel like I can just take what's given to me. But the best things in life you got to work for. You got to put some effort towards, even as within yourself. Like, I don't need to be dealing with folks like you. I don't need to be doing this over here.
Facts.
Like, if you need to lose weight, it's like, okay, I got to stop eating McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you got. You have to make an abrupt change. You got to know with him. You got to just, like, check yourself and be like, look, we not doing this no more.
Yeah.
Like, you ever seen, like, a movie where, like, people are, like, going through withdrawals and stuff and they shaking and all that stuff? You kind of have to go through that mentally and emotionally. Yeah. It's like, it's Thursday night, sorry. She usually be off. She usually be off on Thursday.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the night.
But it's only Thursday night.
Yeah.
But that's it. You got to understand, but it's only a Thursday night. All the times throughout the week, I can't hit you up. I can't talk to you. You're not even showing me no interest at all because you all parlaying up under some other dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you just got to really understand what you want and how to exist and look for that at the same time. Like, folks, like, shawty be trying to get surf and turf, but you going through McDonald's drive-thru. They'll never have that. Most you get is a quarter pound with cheese, and it's not an ad.
It's not an ad.
But that's not.
McDonald's ain't giving us no money, y'all.
Ain't getting no bread. But I'm just showing the parody in it. Like you can't expect nicer things and finer things, and you're not operating on that certain frequency.
Right.
If you just want the same old regular 10-piece, cool. You're going to get a 10-piece lifestyle, 10-piece results.
That's what you're going to get.
But if you want some fine dining, some things that takes time, something that ages like fine wine, you got to put yourself in that situation. You can't just jump the gun and be going with what's going.
Exactly. And so my point is for the women who find themselves settling, I'm going to keep on saying that word, why settle for the 10-piece at McDonald's when you deserve the surf and turf?
Yeah, if you deserve the filet mignon with the lobster tails, move that way. You have to move that way, and it got to be in alignment.
Exactly.
You can't be out here 24/7 with the wrap on, with your toes out, and they crusty. And you think dude is gonna be like, oh, I gotta put you in a Rolls Royce and get you a Birkin and take you to SDK. That's not how it goes.
It's not how it goes.
And it's not to say that those are the guys you should look for, because I know what y'all want. Y'all know what y'all want.
Facts.
But the thing is, y'all not standing on it. Y'all are. I had a chick tell me one time that this dude was her best friend. I'm like, bro, that is not your best friend.
Wow.
You're using him.
Wow.
Because anytime you want to go out, you know he there. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you can just be like, hey, what you doing later? You know you finna blow this dude head up. Like, oh, she hit me up today? Oh, say less. Like, bro, keep it played, bro. You know what this is. But then when I check you on it and you feel away, it's like, there's something that you not dealing with on the inside, to just be honest.
That's true.
Because I feel like at a point now, if I decided to move that way, I'd just be straight up.
Right.
Because what y'all gonna do? You ain't gonna do that. My parents do that. You ain't gonna do that. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you gotta be upfront with yourself, upfront with the situation. Because if you're doing the same thing and expect a different result, you're insane, right? That's how the saying goes.
That's exactly what the saying says.
So if you looking for the same dudes if you looking for dudes to just sponsor you, there's a plethora of them dudes here. And you in Atlanta too, there's a whole bunch of them. You'll find that. But if you want somebody that's gonna take care of you mentally, emotionally, romantically,
all that.
If you want that, that's not just somebody you high and by with. That's not somebody you just DM. That's not somebody you just like on Tinder. That's somebody you got to put effort and energy into to get to know them. I think people don't even really be knowing each other. They just kind of go with what it is.
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. And people don't take the time to get to know each other either. Like, you know what one of my biggest pet peeve, and people be like, that's so simple, but it's still a pet peeve to me. On Monday through Friday, like anybody who knows me or who's trying to get to know me or whatever the case may be, like it don't take much to realize that I'm a hard worker. Like I'm a boss. Like I really am. I say
She's
that about myself.
She's talking facts right now. She's talking facts.
I say that about myself proudly, not arrogantly, but confidently.
You earn that.
I'm
you
a
are
boss.
That.
Don't text me Monday through Friday at 8:15, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 12:30 p.m. talking about what you doing. I'm working. What you think I'm doing? I'm working.
Man, look, bruh, if you know, just keeping it a buck. If you know what I'm doing every day, you know where I'm at. I'm at the studio. I'm doing this, whatever. I'm moving around. Why is your black calling me 6 times in a row at 2 o'clock?
Why are you calling me at 2 o'clock?
Why?
Back to back.
Why? If you ain't, first of all, I hope you're not dying, because if you dying, you calling the wrong nigga first.
Call
your mama them. Call them first. Call 911, call your mama, call your pappy, call them folks. Don't call me first.
Do not call me first.
But then when I answer, when I hit you back later, because I'm not going to answer. I'm not going to reply until I want to reply. Hey, look, I saw you blowing up my phone. You all right? Yeah, I was just bored.
Like.
Blocked. You ain't either you ain't got nothing going for yourself, or you feel like, oh, he gonna talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta make arrangements to fit you in my day. Like, bro, you not part of that.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel like, people aren't taking the time to really try to get to know that whole what you doing. Don't text me that. You already know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
phone call, FaceTime, because I'm getting sick of the texting. Texting take too much energy.
And like texting is just nowadays it's so overrated and it's taken from conversation.
Right.
People don't know how to communicate effectively anymore. They're internalizing their feelings and they're not really talking because they're too busy bumping their thumbs.
Ooh,
texting.
I got a pet peeve. If I'm out at a function somewhere, I'm around some cool people, whatever, and you notice me, you ain't got enough cojones to come say something to me,
right.
But you can hit me up. Was that you at so-and-so?
You know it was me.
You knew it was me. You know you saw this beard. But you were too scared to say something. I clearly didn't see you, because if I would have saw you and it was something, I would have went up to you.
Something.
Hey, you so-and-so on Instagram? I'm Dorian. Nice to meet you in person.
Right.
What you doing? How's everything going? You like the event? Cool, blah, blah, blah. It can be just that, and then I leave.
Right.
Because it's something on my mind. Okay, I notice you. I'm not going to not notice you anymore, and I'm not scary. I'm grown now. So I was like, bro, let me just say, hey, what's up? How you doing? If that's all it is, cool.
That's all it is.
But don't hit me 2 days later. Was you at that listening party? You're a little big-headed behind knew I was at that party. Don't play stupid now. Cause now I think you're a little slow.
Y'all heard it from the man himself. Y'all see him in the street, y'all better go up to him and say something.
Just say what up.
Say what's up. Do not be sliding in his DMs.
I ain't got no entourage. It's just me. I be dolo. I'm real east side. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna see it from a mile away. So just come through. Approach me. You know what I'm saying? It's cool.
Approach him.
That's
Do
it.
not slide in his DMs 2 days later. Talk about was that you at the listening party.
I'm gonna be like IDK.
You're gonna get curved. You will get curved.
I'm like, I don't know. I was at Bible study. I don't know if that
was me. At Bible study.
I'm gonna straight play you now, because you overacting crazy for no reason. Like, bro, if you don't,
y'all listen. It has been the most phenomenal time with Dorian in the studio.
Hey.
Thank you so much for jumping in and giving perspective from a man's side. I really appreciate you. I really do.
You.
This was fun. We got to do it again.
Oh, I'm down.
It's so many more topics we got to cover, man. We're going to be talking for as long as it's something to talk about, we're going to be talking.
You know how your favorite black sitcom got their recurring guests?
Yes.
That's going to be me now.
So
get used to this voice, you know what I'm saying?
Get used to Dorian, y'all, because he's going to be sliding through on the regular. But tell the people how they can follow you or how they can find you on social media.
Yes, you can find me on Instagram at Dorion Lion. I have beautiful music on the way. It's been in the works with some very talented people. Age like fine wine. Some things just take time. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not the light skin that just post selfies all day. That's not me.
Okay.
You can see what music I like. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of catch a vibe with me. I'm a very artsy guy. You can tell by the only pictures I got on there. But I'm a real player. Holla at me. Let's converse. Let's talk about some things at Dorian Lion, DorianLion. I am not one of the lions from Empire. Got to make it clear.
Not one of the lions from Empire, period. But y'all heard him. He's still a lion. Y'all go ahead and follow him on social media. And if you're not already following, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Coffee with Court. Y'all already know it's Court without a U, so that's at Coffee with Court, CORT. You can also find me on TikTok at Coffee with Cortney. Cortney without a U. Y'all, it's been real. It's been fun. We about to get out of here, but thank y'all so much for tuning in on episode 2. Deuces. Y'all join me for episode 3, where the topic is F them folks. Now, I know what you thinking, but it's not what you thinking.
Oh, damn.
It's not what you thinking.
It's not smoke?
It's not what you thinking.
It's not beef?
It's smoke, but it's not what you thinking.
Is it literal?
Sort of. Yeah, but it's not what you think.
I'm sure. Okay.
But y'all, listen, it's an episode that you absolutely cannot afford to miss. Episode 3, F them folks. Join us again next time. I love y'all. Y'all be sweet, be gracious, be kind. Love yourself. Don't be a side piece. And we're going to see y'all next time.
Absolutely.
Bye.